Hi everyone, how are you? It's me again. I'm back with a new clip. Now this week I want to talk about, first of all I have a question. Do you guys trust people? Like in general? Well, I'm having trouble with trusting people because so many times people's been not honest and take advantage of me or my family and there's small things and bigger things. Like small thing, I'm thinking of, when you go traveling and you buy a little souvenir, guaranteed 100% that they're overcharging you, like all the time. But it's small things, right? They don't have money, they're poor. So I give them an excuse. Annoying, yes, but that's how it is. There's the taxi driver. Taxi drivers are the worst. Like, I don't know how these people hire taxi driver. Like, is it like they look at the resume like, oh, I see here that you wrote that you're honest. Well, I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And you don't have a criminal record? Yeah, no. Sorry, sir. It's not gonna work. Every time you take a taxi, especially when you're not in your country and they see tourists in your face, guaranteed they overcharge, especially if there's no meter, guaranteed overcharging you. And if there's a meter, guaranteed they're taking 10 detours to charge you twice more, 3 times, 10 times more. That's how it is. Anywhere you go in the world, taxi drivers is going to rip you off. Mechanics. Now we're upgrading here. Like, now we're not talking anymore about $10, $15 stuff. We're talking like hundreds of dollars every time you go to a mechanic. Now I'm older. I know more about mechanics. I know people, so I don't really have this problem anymore. But in my younger time, every single time I went to a mechanic, they ripped me off, and I know, because after the fact, I would ask my dad, or my dad knows a mechanic. Oh no, you got ripped off every time. I remember one time I'm traveling in English part of Canada because I'm French. I didn't speak a word in English back then. I had an old Jetta, and I get my car just stopped like in the middle of the night. So I slept in the car. Next morning, one guy jumped my car. But then I just could see the car was gonna die again. So I stopped in a small garage in a small village. I don't even know where I was. Till this day, I don't even know where it was actually. So I stopped there, and then this redneck comes out and is like, look at the car, and he's like, well, it's gonna be. All I understand is alternator and $600. And I'm a student back then, no money. I'm like, I can't afford that. Like, there's no way I can pay. I just got ripped off like 2 weeks ago with the same car in the same trip, 2-3 times. And now at this point, I'm like, no, I don't have money anymore. So I called my dad. My dad said, just charge the battery and come back home. I was on my way home anyway. And just don't start the lights, the wipers, anything. Don't stop the car when you fill up your car at the gas station, and you'll make it. And I did. So when I got home, my dad looked at it, and it was like a little regulator on the alternator that was broken. Literally took 2 minutes to change $25. So I went from $600 to $25. And I have so many stories like this, and I'm sure you do, like of people that got ripped off. So mechanics, can't trust those guys. And then you have those people that come to your house. I remember this guy come to my house to sell me those water filter things that's gonna fill your water, and then he's trying to sell you his machine. Now, I didn't know anything about this, and this guy, no, he called us, set up an appointment, yeah, sure, whatever. Now, At this time, that was my first house. I had a little kid. My wife wasn't working. She stayed at home. She quit her job to stay at home with my kids. I barely have money. I barely have money to go get a coffee. I'm just paying my house. I have an old minivan, and this guy comes in my house, and now he starts talking about his machine. He does water tests with my water. He's got this, I don't know, like he put some things, electrodes or whatever in the water, then the water turns all black. You see, that's the water you drink. With my machine, you're gonna have clean water. That's what the Tim Hortons is like a Dunkin' Donut in Canada. That's what Tim Hortons is using. That's why the coffee is so good. Blah blah blah. He goes on and on and on. Like, those guys. Like they sell. They try to sell. They could sell a refrigerator to an Inuit. Okay. And then now it's time to talk about the price. And he's like, so I'm like, okay, so how much it is, He's been at home for an hour and a half now, trying to explain to me his water filter. Oh, he's like, oh, yeah, well, then now he goes on and on again, because he doesn't want to tell me the price. And then he's like, oh, it's $8,000. I'm like, what? $8,000? No. Dude, I can't even afford a cup of coffee. I'm not buying $8,000. You see my car outside? I think I'm going to buy a car before I buy a water filter. And then now they make a phone call. They always make a phone call. They call their supervisor or their boss or whatever, and now they talk, and then explain the situation that I can't afford it. And then he hangs up. He's like, what? You know what? I just talked to my boss, and he can give you a really good deal. A really, really good deal. I don't think I've never heard this. You can make it for $7,500. Get out right now. So you have those guys. Those guys, back in the days, they used to sell vacuum too. Like they would go and sell like $4,000 vacuum like 30 years ago. Like, who buys this? Like, who buys the water filter? Who has $8,000? Like, if you're gonna buy an $8,000 water filter, go to a $1 million house, okay? Don't come to me, okay? And second of all, I've been drinking that water for 40 years, and I'm still alive and well, okay? So give me a break. And then you have those mail. You receive mail or emails, but when during my time, I got it by mail. So you open your mail, and then you have this letter, and then you don't quite know what's that for. It has your name on it, and then you open the letter, you unfold it, and then it start talking about how you've been chosen by this guy in Africa that died, a millionaire, and me, okay, a white guy in Canada, has been chosen to get this guy money because he died. What? Like how? Who's the first one that decided to do that as a scam? He was sitting at home, like, what? I'm going to send letters to people around the world saying that Uncle Goosedendere something died, and they got $1 million from him. And people are going to believe this. It must be working, because I've heard so many people getting this mail. But the thing is, you have to send $1,000 or $5,000 or $500, whatever the amount, to be able to withdraw that $1 million. Yeah, sure. And some people believe it. I don't know how you can believe this, but some people do. And it's so, it seems like as soon as you get your wallet out of your pocket, somebody's trying to get money from you. I remember when I sold my house, it seems like I was feeding a lot of people with my house, like the real estate agent, both the real estate agent, the bank, it seems like I saw the bill. It seems like I had $1,000 there, $500 there, 10,000 there, 2,000. I was like, why? Can we trust people? It's really hard. It's really hard. I find it really hard to trust people, especially when there's money involved. Like it's almost, and it's not worse or better if you go in a poor country or in the richest country like ours, like in Canada or in the States. We're fortunate, but people are just as bad. Like the difference is that over there they still to eat. Here they still to get a third car and a fourth cottages somewhere in the world. That's the only difference, really. So I hope you enjoyed, and be careful. Thank you. See you next week.